Hey there, I'm Wins, and I've been playing the One Piece TCG competitively for the past year or so. The game has changed so much since then, with the banning of 8-cost Moria, Ice Age. I played in the 2025 Singapore Grand Asia Open. That was a 500-person event, which was fought in OP12, where I made top 16 with a leader that was on nobody's radar, Red Dragon. That was Blue-Purple Luffy's prime. You know, he still had 9-cost Lin, 8-cost category, and there were so many strong decks out there, like Rayleigh, Zoro, Green Purple Luffy, Bonnie. So while I was preparing a deck, you know, I wanted to bring Rayleigh, but I didn't quite like how restrictive the leader was. So I took a leap of faith with Dragon. And yeah, it paid off. I made it to One Piece top decks. You can see my deck list right over here. And then I wrote articles to share the strategies and the mindset of playing such a different, forgotten leader. Then came OP13 that dropped Imu, terrorizing all of us. And let's not forget about Ace, drawing so many cards. And, you know, Dragon just wasn't good in this meta. But luckily, I had another Ace up my sleeve. No. And that's Arlong. So I played in the Singapore Championship Round 2, where the meta was heavily dominated by the triangle of Imu, Ace and Zoro. And it's really interesting what these three did to the meta, because they pushed so many other decks out. And, you know, these same leaders that were falling off were, you know, difficult matchups for Arlong. Yet Arlong still had the right tools to fight Imu, Ace and Zoro. So it was a really strong deck, I felt, at that time. So I brought him, and, you know, I came in top 32 with, you know, 6-2 win-loss. Could have been better, but I think it was really, you know, pretty exciting for me again with yet another relatively unknown leader into, you know, I think what people thought was a really tough meta. Yellow laid dormant for, you know, almost the entire year, and it's now back on the rise with, you know, Hancock. That was, I guess, the top favorite of OP14. And yeah, it got even further buffed with the ridiculousness of EB04's Borsalino, and, you know, you know, and of course, you know, Quasar, and yeah, luckily we don't have to deal with this yellow slop anymore. But yeah, a lot of us are gonna talk about how toxic the metas were, how certain cards have been, but I like to look at this as a challenge. Well, maybe I'm looking at it with rose-tinted glasses, but I see it as a challenge to craft the craziest decks that can dismantle the metagame and beat these top decks. And I must say, it has been a lot of fun cooking up stuff for the game. And I think that, you know, there's viability in playing many of these forgotten leaders, and it's the reason I continue to play the game. And I wish to share, and I hope, you know, I can bring a breath of fresh air to the OPTCG scene. And I'm gonna continue to cook, and I will forever remain an enthusiast in off-meta decks, so keep a lookout, and there's more to come. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updates. I'm on Twitter, metafy and note.com as well. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.